Hello and welcome back to Oh, the Things I've Seen. My name's Gary and this is Skyrim Anniversary Edition. And so in the last episode we had visited Falkreath and got a couple of missions off him, but I'm just upstairs here in the Jarl's home, and I noticed he has a couple of books that might be worth stealing, so let's have a read of those. The Wisp Mother, Two Theories by Matthias Etienne. Among the folk tales from the northern reaches of Skyrim, few subjects are as popular as the Wisp Mother, ghostly women who lure unsuspecting travellers to their doom, steal children, and takes vengeance on those who wronged them in life. Similar tales exist throughout Tamriel. The Melusane of Stras Mackay, who lure ships to wreck on jagged shoals, then consume the souls of those aboard. The Serpentine Chalas of Black Marsh, the Amranal of Valenwood. But unlike those mythic creatures, most scholars concede that Wisp Mothers actually exist. Though rare, credible reports of their sightings are simply too frequent to be ignored. Herein a synopsis of what can be gleaned from provincial legends and the dominant theories on what they may actually be. Wisp Mothers. Most tales agree on only a few basic facts about Wisp Mothers. They are always female. They take the form of human, some say elven, spirits, wreathed in mist and decaying rags. They have an affinity for frost magic, rarely appearing in more temperate climes. But beyond that, the tales differ wildly. Some say they are ghosts waiting to be laid to rest. Others that they are all that remains of the snow elves who once ruled Skyrim. Some say they are native to Hallmark, or the Hjalmark, or the North more generally, but other tales mention them in forgotten places, on mountaintops as far away as the Jarls. Most reputable scholars dismiss these stories, preferring instead to focus on the few documented sightings from recent years. From these, two dominant theories have emerged. Based on his extensive research into necromancy and Cyrodiil's Aeolid culture, Master Sadrin Serethi posits that Wisp Mothers are a necrologic state, a type of lichdom, developed by a now-forgotten First-Era culture. Under his theory, these are no mere ghosts. They are a cult of powerful sorceresses who achieved eternal life through undeath. Alternately, Lidat Villian of the Synod contends that Wisp Mothers are not undead at all, but rather elemental manifestations arising out of Nirn itself. By noting several similarities to Spriggans and Ice Wraiths, she contends that the Wisp Mothers are essentially elemental personifications of snow or mist, innately wielding the power of their element, instead of manipulating it through conventional sorcery. So we take that, add it to the collection, and now we have the Legend of Red Eagle. Now this should give me a map marker, which will allow me to go and actually find the Red Eagle, which is a sword, or maybe not. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else. But what I'll do is I will take that book, and yeah, so find Red Eagle's sword. So I'm not going to read that book until we've actually reached the area where Red Eagle's sword lies. So we might just put that onto the map marker as well, just to see if it's anywhere close. But yeah, we'll head outside and continue on our mission. Maybe have a look around further around Falkreath and see if we can find a shrine. Was there one in the barracks? It's worth having a look. No shrine. Killing before you're killed. I'm trying to think if this is where it is. Okay, so I can start a mission here, but I'm not sure if I want to just yet. Yeah, at least I know where this guy is. Basically, there's a werewolf. Actually, here, I might
Helgen. Need something? Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
No, maybe I can't speak to him until I've gotten the mission off somebody else. Yeah, no sign of a shrine to pray at just yet. Yeah, I do believe that there is a vampire curse on this town. I'm just not 100% sure where that mission starts. So what we'll do is we'll just go and take the map marker off, and where is the closest mission there? But yeah, that's the closest to us. So we might as well start making our way up to Gulch Mine. I'm just going to take the other missions off so that I'm not getting confused. So yeah, we'll make our way up in the fog here. I'm going to try not to get distracted as I did the last day and end up having to fight a bunch of vampires. But if we do see any areas like this barrow that's probably coming up soon enough, we might as well get them on our map so that they can be fast travelled to in future. So try not to get, just in case there are any roadside ruins. I think this is a low enough level one, so we might just have a look in here. There is a Spriggan though. Ooh, and Spriggan has detected me. Spriggans are scary. You never know if it's going to be an easy fight or not with them, because sometimes they can be quite easy, but sometimes they can kill you in one go. And yeah, I am running out of health. No, I'm out of magic. Yeah. It's better be worth it. Everything is going to help as well. Okay, I may have made a mistake here. Minor magic, extra magic. Okay, so that was a tough fight. All you get for that is taproot, which I just ate the taproot there, which gave me weakness to magic effect. So it's not really worth taking off these guys, but you never know. That might have been all worth it. Probably not, but we'll see now. They're usually guarding a chest or two. Yeah, it's usually central area here. So here's, okay, so a catalogue of weapon enchantments, which we'll have a look at now. Yeah, not terrible. And then this will give me oh brilliant, so now I can enchant. So complete catalogue of enchantments for weaponry by Yvonne Bien, Synod Researcher. Yvonne Bien, Synod Researcher. So we'll take that, and if it's worth reading, I will read it. Within this catalogue are all the known varieties of weapon enchantments the modern mages can cast. No pretense is made that this list is complete. New discoveries are made and new enchantments are revealed often enough that this work will eventually become outdated. Those who follow may choose to revise this work as needed. Weapons such as axes and bows can hold a variety of enchantments. The most common are fire, frost, and lightning. The simple yet effective enchantments burn, freeze, or shock when they draw blood. Only slightly less common are weapon enchantments that drain magicka or stamina. These drain off a wizard's reserve of power, tiring him magically, just as the weapons that strain stamina tire their victims physically. Unlike the elemental enchantments, the enchantment it's supposed to be alone, I imagine, cannot kill, although the weapon itself can still take a life. Equally less common are the enchantments of fear. There are two varieties, one for the living and one for the undead. The former will only affect living creatures, not undead, or magical constructs such as atronachs and dwarven automatons. The latter cause draugr, skeletons, vampires, and the like to flee. There is no known fear enchantment that will affect dwarven machines. A particularly insidious, but somewhat common enchantment is Soul Trap. Upon entering the blood, the victim's soul is bound. Should he die shortly thereafter, his soul is siphoned off to a nearby soul gem. This form of magic should only be used against beasts and monsters. To use it against men or elves is abhorrent. Noticeably more rare are the absorb enchantments. There are three known types that drain the victim's health, magicka or stamina. The weapon becomes a conduit, transferring the stolen energy from the victim to the wielder. These are sometimes referred to as vampiric enchantments. As discussed above, absorbing magicka and stamina is not in itself deadly. Absorbing health can actually steal the life from a creature. The rarest of enchantments are those of banishment and paralyzation. Banishment only affects summoned atronachs or undead raised by wizards. The banishment breaks the link between the caster and the creature. Summoned atronach return to the oblivion plane from whence they came. Raised undead are released. It is important to note that self-willed undead are not affected by banishment. Paralyzation is simple yet deadly. The affected creature becomes rigid and unable to move for a short time. This is one of the most prized enchantments among warriors. A paralyzed opponent can be dispatched with ease. It is important to note that many creatures are immune to paralysis, such as atronachs, skeletons, ice wraiths, and dwarven automatons. Okay, so that's given us a little bit more insight into enchanting and the effects of its use. So yeah, that's cool. That means I can now grab that torch book. That means I can now disenchant the items that I had in my inventory and gain their effects. So yeah, we continue on our way to, where is it we're going? Wild Gulch Shrine, yeah. So yeah. Bit of a foggy day in Skyrim today. So as you can see on my map, that kind of almost insect-like map kind of icon is usually where more of those spriggans hang around, so I'm going to try and avoid that for as much as I can. I believe these cairns are also where the later on in the game they will come into effect once I've gotten to the stage where dragons are a thing. But yeah, as far as I can remember, dragons will only begin to spawn in the game once I have spoken to the Jarl, of Whiterun, and I think even before that, I don't think they can spawn until you're at least level 15. So there's a tower there. I might just quickly grab that icon so that I can fast travel back to it. there, he's going to see me. Bannerless Tower. So yeah, just worth having those icons kind of collected, just in case you do decide to travel back here. You can just fast travel, unless you're playing the game in survival mode. You can fast travel to any place that you've discovered. Putting a torch on just for role-playing purposes, as it is quite kind of gloomy and dark at the moment. Also means I'm a shining beacon for any enemies that want to attack me now in the area. But we should be safe enough for the moment. No sooner said than I don't think I'm going to have enough potions to get this. Also, sorry, I was speaking while I was using Spark there. Yeah, frost damage also hurts your stamina as well as your health. So we'll take those so that I can disenchant and get that effect after. So I managed to kill a fox there, as well as the... Where's the other body there? Small antlers, let's find out what they do. Weakness to poison. So yeah, they're only worth 55, but they're only roll 1, so I might as well take them. But as you can see there, my health will slowly regenerate. Very slowly, but yeah, hopefully no more. I'm going to have to stop jinxing myself by saying, oh yeah, we're in a perfectly safe area of Skyrim, and within I don't think I even had the words out of my mouth there, and we were attacked by 2 necromancers. So here we are in Falkreath mine. I think I've been detected, but no, okay. I'm just going to wait a little bit and have my stamina regenerate. Or not my stamina, my health. Just in case this is a difficult enemy that's currently, I think, looking for me. I'll go to mine. I'm trying to think if I can remember what kind of mine this is. Somebody sees me, or is aware of me at least. They're coming in that direction. Yeah.
Time to end this little game.
Oh, he was quite low level. So that's good. At least I know now that the enemies in this mine aren't going to be too high a level for me. The game usually tries to send you on missions that are kind of to your level for the first while anyway. It's only a bit later on that you might get sent on a mission that is completely out of your kind of abilities, let's say. See what we have in here. Difficult to lock this one. Try to use that little white dot as an indicator. So we try it this way. There we go. We're after them pinged it. So yeah, we'll get at the very least inside this mine and see what is going on. I think there's a couple more enemies to kill before we get inside, but I might be able to sneak attack those. So why not use that? Nothing else worth taking. Battle axe is worth, yeah, take that. So I think, yeah, that should be all the enemies that are outside. The smelter, yeah, if you've collected any iron or anything like that, you can make the requisite ingots, which then can be used for smithing. So at the moment, I don't have anything that's worth really. I'll take the steel blades actually. I don't think I have anything that can be improved or anything to improve it with. But I might be able to pick up a few iron or steel ingots in this mine later on, depending on what kind of mine it is really. Remember to buy a few more lockpicks the next time I'm on this. Oh, there's perfect. 5 more. But yeah, let's have. Oh yeah, it was. So we've some orichalcum ore here, which I can take. I think I'm not coming out, did I? No. But yeah, if I go in here now, I can make some orichalcum ingots. So we're at 45 each, which is more than I believe the basically unrefined version of the orichalcum is. So we'll go back into sneak mode here and try and clear out Balgulch Mine. Okay, so as you can see here, there's some bones hanging on strings. They're basically used as a way to warn people. So if I was to walk into those, kind of like in Fallout 4, tin cans on string, it's an alarm and an early warning system for the enemies here. Just want to have a look and see if I have picked up. I haven't picked up a pickaxe, so that might be worth doing. Just always worth having one in your inventory. I'm going to mine all the orichalcum in a second.
Never saw me pull the ace out of my boot.
Once I've defeated the bandit chief, this is usually quite a tough fight. I'm going to try and get a... Okay, that is... anything that could be used over here? Not really. Any scrolls? That was quite good. I impressed myself there. So yeah, bandit chief leader, that should be the final guy in here. So we'll take that, take the key. He has some bandit iron armor, which is pretty good armor for this level, so it's also worth 200 gold. So we'll take that. I think that's everything we'll be taking. But yeah, now that we have killed him, I can just go around the mine now and ooh, another enchanted item. And a necklace of water breathing, which can be quite useful for getting chests and things like that are underwater. So we'll have those. And anything else worth taking in here? Not really. But yeah, we'll see what my weight situation is going to be like. The orichalcum does weigh a good bit once it's unrefined. But we'll go to the very back and make our way forward, mining all this, because it is worth a bit of gold. So it's always worth doing. There's also a small chance that you'll get some rubies or other gems while mining the orichalcum, or any mining that you do. Does have a small chance of picking up some gems, which can be either sold or used in smithing to create jewellery. And then jewellery can be used to either be sold, or you can enchant items of jewellery. And say the way that I've got a ring of sneaking and a necklace that helps me or gives me more gold when I'm selling. I can also add different enchantments to those that have different effects, and so I can swap out, use them situationally. So depending on what situation I'm in, I will be wearing a different ring or a different necklace, or vice versa. So yeah, the mining animation is a bit dull. I'm sure this isn't the most exciting thing to be watching, but it does mean I'm going to have a little bit more gold in my pocket, so it's always worth kind of getting these ore veins mined while you're in a mine. So I think it's just this one here. But yeah, as I said in a couple of videos ago, if you have anything, like if you've seen something in the, say, listings of the anniversary edition that you want me to go and have a look for, I'd be more than happy to. That was one of the other reasons that I said I was going to come to Falkreath, is there is a mission that is one of the Creation Club items that was added. I'm just going to have to do a quick check, quick Google, just to see if it is in Falkreath. I'm fairly sure it is. It's the Bitter Cup, I think, mission. So for the next video, I'm going to go and look at that sky. I am going to go and have a look and see if the Bitter Cup mission is one that can be done in Falkreath, and once it is, we'll have a look into that, because it is a mission I don't think I've ever done before. I did buy a few of the Creation Club items already, so chances are I already have played a few of the missions, so if not, it's still going to be worth doing. I don't know. So yeah, we won't be having to walk all the way back though. I am just going to quickly fast travel back to Falkreath and complete this mission and see what it gets us. And I think I might just leave the video there once we've completed this mission. And as I said, I'll have a look and see if there's a Creation Club mission that I can do in this area, and I'll figure out how to start that mission, and hopefully do that the next time.
You look a bit peaked.
Yeah,
You sure you shouldn't be home in bed?
Yeah, really have to find a shrine. I've killed the leader of Balgul's
Teach
mine.
them to stop paying me. Here,
You deserve a reward for your service. You know what? I like you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold. Talk to my steward if you're interested.
Okay. So, I can now purchase a plot of land and build a house on it. Probably would be a good idea, but at the same time, it's quite expensive. So I was kind of thinking that once I got to Whiterun and did a few missions there, I might buy the house there and then maybe buy the house in Solitude then as well. But now I'm thinking maybe it would be worth having the house in Falkreath, and it means I'll be able to show you guys the Hearthfire DLC and how that works. So I'll have to think about that as well before the next video, and I'll make my decision then, and maybe we'll do a house building episode. It's just, it would be handy because I am picking up a good few books, so it would be handy to start having somewhere to kind of store the ones that I've already read. But yeah,
Come and see me again sometime. Good to see you.
My Jarl?
Finally, someone useful. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane. On your way then.
Okay, so that basically
Come and see me again
I have to
sometime.
complete
I might have some use
3
for you.
missions for the people of Falkreath, and that will mean that I am their Thane, which will mean I think I'll get this guy as a companion, or someone as a companion. Anyway, I might just have a quick word with the other people here.
Sidgeir can sometimes act too quickly, but he does listen to Helvard and I.
How long have you been a steward?
It was Dengeir who made me a steward, long ago when he was young. When Dengeir's health began to fail, young Sidgeir was appointed Jarl in his stead. It was simpler just to keep me as steward. Sidgeir has no interest in running his hold, and so leaves such matters to me. As for my part, I do my best to see that folk are treated fairly.
Why is your cemetery so large?
Many battles have been fought here over the centuries. Graves were dug and monuments built, and the town grew around these. In time, Falkreath came to be known as the Heroes' Graveyard. Many noble jarls and renowned warriors asked to be buried here. Falkreath's reputation has faded somewhat, but the graves remain, reminding us of the one inevitable truth of life.
So yeah, I'm going to leave purchasing a house
May wisdom forever light your path.
maybe for the next episode. I probably don't have enough gold as is, so I will just have a quick word with this guy.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude.
Okay, so I won't be doing that for a while, but what's the Imperial Legion doing in Skyrim?
Not sure I understand the question. The Legion's always been in Skyrim. We have garrisons throughout all the provinces of the Empire. Our mission is to serve the Emperor, uphold the law, and protect the citizenry. Skyrim's days are darkening, and the Legion will soon be called into service like never before. But we stand ready, as always, to meet that call.
How do you feel about this war?
You mean Ulfric's so-called Stormcloak Rebellion? The Nord Kings, excuse me, Jarls. They can't seem to control their own people, so the Legion has stepped in to keep order. Sadly, the Empire's stretched a little thin these days, and we've gotten very few reinforcements. So we've been forced to recruit locally. But rest assured, citizen, we'll put an end to this uprising, and things will get back to normal soon enough.
So one of my missions is to join the Imperial Legion, so he says I have to go to Solitude to do that, but I just want to double check and make sure I do have to go
Think
to
you've
Solitude.
got the medal, eh? Honestly, the Legion can use all the able bodies it can muster. We have our hands full. A dead king, a rebellion, and now dragons. Skyrim's a mess. If you're serious, make your way to Solitude. Our headquarters is Castle Dower. You find General Tullius there, commanding our forces in Skyrim. But talk to Legate Rika. She handles the local recruiting.
Okay, so that's how I join those guys. Death Blow of Abernamit. I might have a quick read of that. I think it's a skill book because it's 50, so I'm just going to get the skill off it first. So block is increased to 16. So I can take that. He's not going to mind me taking that. Some of these are not considered stealing, so I will take those. That for some reason is considered stealing. Some Nord Mead. Are these? Yeah, that one there is considered stealing. Yeah, so I just have to do 3 missions for these guys and I'll be able to buy a house. Oh no, I can buy a house, but I need to do 3 missions for the people of Falkreath to become Thane. So let's see.
Are you feeling sick?
Nope, he's just going to comment on me looking sick. So yeah, we might as well have a look around the town and see if there's any missions that we can do for anybody. Lod didn't have much to say the last time, but I could sell him all my Oric.
Steel's good. Take a look.
Weapons, I could sell those. No. Longbow. I'll sell my arrows. Sell both of those.
Looking to protect yourself?
I wonder if he's
Deal
got
some
any
damage?
better. Hide helmet of archery. I'm not doing archery. Shield of blocking. I'm not using a shield. No, nothing really worth. Steel Imperial gauntlets. No, I'm going to stay with the items that I've got. The gauntlets are just plus 1 more armor rating, so they're not really that worth it. I'll stick to what I have.
See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
Missions. Yeah, you can usually get missions off people in the...
Try not to judge Falkreath too harshly, visitor. The war has been hard on us. I'm sorry, I should really go now.
Okay, so you're busy. Let's see if this lady has
Sure,
anything.
a strong drink will chase off that chill in the air.
Okay. Dead man's drink. We should get a couple of missions from these guys, so hopefully they're ones that can be done locally.
Yes?
This is the local bard, so you can ask him to
Sure. What can I do for you?
sing a song. Ragnar the Ragnar
Ah,
the song,
a
actually.
fine but bloody tale. I can do that one.
Doesn't even cost that
This
much.
is a local favorite and one of the first songs I...
Welcome to... I escaped
Ragnar
fighting
the
in
Red.
Cyrodiil, only to have it track me down again in Skyrim.
So,
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face.
see if there's any
Make you
local
look
missions.
completely different. Do you believe that?
Okay, so that's not really what I was
Hear any
looking
juicy
for.
gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, that's one of the few songs that I don't mind hearing when I enter an inn in this game. It's a short song and it's quite funny. It doesn't look like there's... Is he in the post? He is. Tag gear.
Unless you intend to bury someone, this isn't the place you're looking for, traveler.
Okay, here's a mission.
Falkreath is known for its graveyard, traveler. We've buried more dead than you can imagine. I just finished giving my old war companion Barrett a proper burial by fire. Old Hardhead hated the idea of being lost cold in the ground. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arkay? He'll know the right blessings to make for Barrett's soul. Thank you.
I'd be honored. So, deliver Barrett's ashes to Runil. Let's have a look and see where Runil is. Oh, it's right there. We can do that. Here's the graveyard everybody talks about.
The god Arkay was once like us, bound to winding mortality. But he willingly gave up this existence, that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death.
I think this is a shrine.
Through the ebb and flow
Yes.
of this cosmic
Thank the Lord. All diseases cured. Blessing of Arkay added other blessings removed. So now people shouldn't be asking me if I feel sick. I'm just going to do it twice, just to be sure.
Stranger, these graves hold the sons and daughters of Falkreath.
So now we can do this mission.
Kust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath.
Ooh,
I take care of the shrine.
You can teach me conjuration as well. You're a priest of Arkay?
I came into Arkay's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Kust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return. Blessing of Arkay to you for your help.
So that's the second mission that I can do for these people. So, do you tend this graveyard alone?
Oh, merciful Arkay, no. I'm too old and frail, and this graveyard is too large. Kust is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits a place of rest.
I have a delivery from Tadgir.
Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble.
So I've assisted the people of Falkreath once. Can you teach me about conjuration?
I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful.
So this will cost me 200 gold every time I learn it. So, and it goes up every time as well, so 2 times. Yeah, just learn it 5 times. You can only be taught 5 times. This should give me a level as well. I was just going to say, this, you can learn 5 times from one teacher in one go per level. So, for example, now if I go in to level up, I've earned a trophy for apprentice. So I might actually put a bit into my health just this once, just to keep me from dying, basically. But yeah, I've learned some enchanting there, so just going to see if it's worth my while. New enchantments are 20% stronger. Is there anything else that's worthwhile? 25 destruction, can I use? Oh yeah, this is definitely more worth. Cast destruction spells for half again, so it means I'm using less magic. So that's definitely what I'm doing. So now...
That journal means a lot to me, if you find it.
If I go back and ask him to
I'll teach you some of what I know.
Train me
but
again.
Be careful.
Because I've leveled up, I can now learn another 5 levels of conjuration. But you can only learn 5. You can only be trained 5 times per level in anything. So I don't think I'm going to bother. I might do maybe no. I'm gonna save my gold. I'm not going to bother. I can come back.
Life is far too short, my friend. Don't waste it.
So yeah, I think we will just have a quick look and see where exactly that is on the map. That's quite far away, so we won't be doing that anytime soon. But yeah, in the next video we might make our way. I'll have another quick walk around Falkreath, see if there's any other missions that I can pick up. But if not, we'll start making our way to the next hold. As I said, I'm going to try and do them in order of size. So the next hold I think we'll be visiting is... where would it be? Probably Morthal. Yeah, I might start making my way to Morthal. It won't be too far. I can fast travel back to Balgulch Mine and just make my way across the plains there and get to Morthal. So I might actually just put a quick destination marker on it there. And yeah, we'll leave it there. And next time we will have a quick walk around Falkreath, see if there's any more missions, and then make our way to Morthal. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you the next time on Oh, the Things I've Seen. Bye now.